It's called Landline, and it tells the story of a huge Cubs fan who works as a public relations executive. And one more thing, he ditches his cell phone for a landline. So here to tell us more about it is director Matthew Aaron and actor Jim O'Heir. Thank you for coming in, gentlemen.
Thanks,
love it,
Natalie.
Chicago.
I know, you guys are both from the city.
I live in L.A., so anytime I can come back to L.A.
What?
I know.
Why did you move away from Chicago to go to L.A.?
It's called a TV series.
Gotcha.
No, but it's anytime I can come back to Chicago. My family's here, so it's perfect.
So they love having you. Matthew.
Oh, well, who knows?
Well, it's debatable.
Yeah.
Matthew, tell me about how you came up with the idea of this film, because it deals with some interesting concepts.
Yeah, well, it was like a mix for me of, I'm a big Albert Brooks fan, and I love, for instance, Lost in America, and I just thought there's more of a story to tell nowadays, like Lost in America was, where, you know, there's this thing that attracts me about, like, just giving up and like just blowing up, having that moment where you're just like, forget it, I'm done. And so in this film, he's a public relations executive. They get this Cubs account, and he thinks he's going to get this big promotion to run the Cubs account. And this guy who's a little bit younger than him, not much, but a little bit younger than him, knows a lot more about social media than he does, and he ends up getting the promotion. And because of the social media thing, and who loses a promotion over that, he just snaps and he goes, you know what? I'm done with social media. I'm done with cell phones and Instagram and Facebook, and he goes back to having a landline phone in his loft in the city of Chicago.
So, Jim, what was it like then in this movie, and is this relatable to your life at all?
I'm still old school. I have a landline phone. I know young people seem to not have these things anymore. So yeah, it's relatable to me. I try to be social media savvy and stuff. I'm not. So yeah, it does relate, you know, and plus he offered me $80 million to do that.
I don't believe that for a second.
I didn't come through with
okay, it was 78.
I didn't come through with
I don't believe that either.
No, but it's, first of all, we got to shoot at Wrigley Field, so.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience.
It was 130 degrees.
It was 137 degrees.
It was the surface of the sun.
Yeah, no, it was very, very hot, but it was Wrigley Field.
And when were you filming this?
It was in the middle of June. And it was so funny. Jim and Tom and I were like sweating through our jerseys. Yeah, Tom Arnold. We're sweating through our jerseys, and Ryan Sandberg, who's done this like a bajillion times, been in 100-degree weather playing baseball a bajillion times. Big white chompers, just this great smile. Not a drop of sweat on this guy's forehead. Nothing. It was like vacation for him. He's like, it's only 137 degrees
And
tonight.
then you take those moments and you're looking around, you're in Wrigley, you're working at Wrigley, and there's Ryan Sandberg, and you're like, what is happening?
We had tours coming through that day.
Yes,
they had tours going on while we're filming, and they're watching Jim O'Heir take swings in the batter's box.
It was surreal,
and they're like,
very surreal.
Is he their new signing?
Because we're in a mess if it is.
Yeah, right.
New catcher.
Yeah, no, it was an experience. It's one of those, as an actor, we get to do some exciting things. One day, I've been in hot air balloons filming it. And one day you're at Wrigley with Ryan Sandberg.
It was a dream.
So I want to touch on two of those things. Ryan Sandberg is the first one. How did you get him involved with the film?
Sandberg is just really funny. I went to, like, I don't know if I went to a mall or something or whatever. You know, Urlacher got that hair thing done, right? And I was really curious about it, even though I don't want to get my hair done, but I was curious about it. I'm always obsessed with people's hair now.
Okay.
Like, because I don't have any. When you don't have any, you're obsessed with other people that have it. So I saw Sandberg. This guy calls me from the company that Urlacher did. He's giving me the whole spiel, and he goes, what do you do for a living? I told him about the movie, and I go, you know, I got this movie I'm doing, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, yeah, and who are you trying to get? And I go, well, you know, we're trying to get Ryan Sandberg right now. And he goes, yeah, he's hosting this event we're doing next week. And I go, I will stalk, I will be there. I will be there next week. And we went to this event, and they're telling me and my co-producer, Lenny Kanata, how we need like 40,000 new hairs and whatever. And I see Sandberg, and I just walk over, and I'm like, Ryan, I know you got the script, and like, I don't think he had a clue what I was talking about. He's like, come do a movie with me, Tom Arnold, and Jim O'Heir. He's like, sounds fun.
Oh.
And that was that. So stalking isn't always a bad thing.
It's not always bad.
I see.
We don't encourage it.
Right. You didn't get arrested, so that's the bottom line.
And Betsy Brandt is in it from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Nick Searcy from Justified. Jimmy Dumont. Yeah, Lou Lombardi. Great cast.
Yeah, I like how you guys work together. I watched the trailer. It really meshes well. And I have to ask another question about Wrigley, though, because I'm a Cubs fan. And so what was it? Did you see anything behind the scenes that normally people don't typically get to see?
We are the first. you can see this in the film. It's awesome. We were the first people ever to be able to film in the locker room.
Okay.
There's the brand new facility,
Right.
brand new locker room, and we went in the coach's locker room where Sandberg's locker is.
Yeah, we saw.
And
I walked in and got naked, assuming that's what you do in a locker room. Everyone starts screaming because people are so sensitive. But no, we were in the heart of it. Like, whoa. Yeah, no, it was the whole thing. I'm getting chills even thinking about it.
We got to see everything in the field. It was great. We got to go all over, everywhere we wanted
Other than the heat, it really was the perfect day.
Yeah, it was.
It was hot.
So, Matthew, what do you hope people take away from this film? Do you think it'll kind of change the way that they think about technology these days?
You know, I was trying to make, and I don't know how many people are going to get this reference, but I tried to make like a Hepburn and Tracy kind of film, like one of those kind of comedies, sweet comedy. But the one message, I think, and we don't hammer the message, it's fun, it's funny, but the little bit of a message is just, you know, a little less time on your phone and a little more time communicating. I mean, I know people nowadays that they'll just text, and like when they get a phone call, like this guy, he won't answer your phone. Because he's like, wait a minute, I have to talk to somebody on this? And they'd just rather text, you know? And it's like, have a little more communication, like be social in like a real way.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's it. Nothing heavy, though.
That's something we can all appreciate these days.
Absolutely.
No matter what age you are.
It was just great to be able to do it in Chicago, and where, you know.
That's the most,
So where can people see the film if they're interested?
Well, we have our world premiere Sunday at the Music Box. We have a limited number of tickets out there for the public. Jim and I will be doing a Q&A afterwards with Bruce Fretz emceeing it formerly from TV Guide and Closer Weekly, and he does the SAG events. And then March 31st, we're in theaters at the Music Box.
Okay.
And then April 4th, we're video on demand everywhere. I got the announcement the other day. We're everywhere video on demand April 4th.
All right, the movie is called
Demand
Landline.
us on video.
Natalie, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Matthew and Jim, for coming by on this Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Landline.